We're talking about the U.S. deploying green berets in Mozambique. Jasmine, good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Morning and morning to your listeners.
Obviously, Jasmine, looking at these developments now in the Cabo Delgado region and in up north in Mozambique, and you and I have been speaking about this for a very, very long time, where we've covered various aspects. Now, the fact that we are hearing about the elite green berets deployed to help defeat what they call ISIS insurgents, and also at the same time providing training to Mozambican Marines. What does this actually mean?
First of all, I think there are a few dimensions to this. It comes shortly after the designation of the so-called Islamic State in Mozambique and its leader as foreign terrorist organizations. What we are seeing is America clearly focused on expanding its influence in Cabo Delgado and deploying its green berets. 2 months training, it's not going to make a difference. It is not a U-turn. It is not a game changer. We are seeing, and I'm repeating my word, the eradication of Cabo Delgado where foreign agendas are becoming paramount.
I think what you're saying is absolutely crucial because I covered this, I think, well over a week ago with another analyst, and this was a major concern in terms of finding solutions for Mozambique. And does it necessitate the need of an elite group like the Green Berets, being in Mozambique? Do we not have solutions in Africa? Do we not have the Southern African region that can provide the necessary training and support?
Yes, and I haven't I've read the interview, so I can't comment on that. But I think what we need to say to one another is that there is a need for security, a dire need. The rain season is coming to an end. I'm afraid we're going to see an uptick in violence. But at the end of the day, that physical security, that countering the insurgents has to be done in a way where the Mozambican government takes control, be held accountable, be transparent, and be part of an integrated, sustainable, long-term program to the benefits of the people of Cabo Delgado. It is not happening now.
Yes. Now, let's just understand this whole dynamics and what is likely to play out with the involvement of the Green Berets, because we know they are deployed worldwide and they normally build lasting relationships with the countries that they are involved in, Jasmine.
Yes, and if one looks at their track record, if one just starts in the Middle East with Iraq, Syria, if one moves into Africa, look at Sahel, look at Nigeria. If one looks now moving into Mozambique, I'm afraid they haven't learned their lessons. For them, the war on terrorism continues. For them, it's all about fighting a terrorist organization they have conveniently designated now to expand its influence. And like I said yesterday, it's old wine in an old bottle with a new label. Nothing has changed. And what we are going to see now is an uptick from China, uptick from Russia, uptick from France in terms of protecting their interests surrounding the LNG sites, which has enormous benefits for these countries.
Well, certainly, because it is quite a resource-rich part of Mozambique and an area, and we know all the interests that are there at this point in time. You mentioned the Chinese, you mentioned the Russians, and basically, it's all part and parcel, Jasmine, of the scramble for Africa.
It's part and parcel of the scramble. You said it. It's part and parcel of the scramble for Africa, and it's sad to see and I don't understand, but to see how African leaders are falling for these agendas. I guess the economic benefits in that and the dollar talks at the end of the day, but selling out and freezing the insurgency is not addressing the root causes. And for as long as those root causes remain present, we are going to see attacks. We are going to see dissatisfaction with government. We are going to see instability. And SADC will have to realize that if these problems are not addressed, it becomes a risk to the region and not only Cabo Delgado.
Well, Jasmine, this was a question I was going to pose to you. You know, what does this mean for SADC and what does it mean for us here in South Africa? Because we are neighbors. We are right next door to Mozambique.
As I've explained in our previous discussions we've had, overspill or duplication of Cabo Delgado in the region is not likely, but it's the indirect consequences. It's human tragedy. We are looking at 700,000 IDPs now, people fleeing. We are looking at an area where there is no governance taking place. So we are looking at organized crime running at full pace ahead, as we are seeing with drug smuggling. We are looking, sadly, because of these foreign agendas, the Islamic State gaining a status and a prominence which they do not deserve in Cabo Delgado. It is going to inspire them. It is going to draw their attention, and the region will not escape that reality that has been created by the recent statements by the United States.
Well, Jasmine, thank you very much for that. And as always, for your time, we do appreciate your time with us here on Salam Media. All the best to you.
Thank you so much and have a nice day.
Yes, it was Jasmine Opperman joining us this morning, expressing certain serious reservations with regard to the U.S. employing the elite green berets in Mozambique in the Cabo Delgado region.
Connect and stay ahead with Salam Media. This is Salam.